Thank you for joining us for a short tour of BTerrell EFT Manager. EFT Manager utilizes the Intacct Platform Development Framework and thus enjoys its own menu on the Intacct desktop. Accessing this menu allows the operator to create new EFT requests, add, modify or delete EFT banks, EFT bank templates, and EFT bank template fields, configure EFT Manager, and run some simple but informative vendor and history reports. EFT Manager utilizes Intacct's native user and role-based security functionality to extend or restrict each of these selections to properly authenticated users. EFT Manager adds a table within the vendor record to enable EFT payments and then to manage the additional information that will be required by the financial institution. Notice that EFT Manager can be enabled or disabled by vendor and that a set of financial institution instructions, which we call an EFT bank template, can be assigned to each vendor. Furthermore, EFT Manager maintains each vendor's bank account details in this table. To initiate an EFT Manager transaction, the user makes selections from a new EFT request screen, which presents like the native Intacct Select to Pay process. Users filter EFT Manager transactions by vendor, due date, transaction currency, and EFT bank. Making these selections creates a list of transactions meeting the requirements. It's important to review the list of transactions meeting the requirements. Sometimes an older invoice not intended to be paid can be listed, and to deselect that bill, uncheck the adjacent box and click Save. Each bill includes a hyperlink allowing drill down to the specific transaction. If everything appears correct, click Save. The list of EFT requests now includes our recent addition, shown here as EFT Request 2. To continue the process, click on the request and either submit a request for approval if EFT Manager security has been enabled, or generate the EFT file. In this case, this EFT payment must be approved, and so the Request for Approval button has been clicked. Requesting approval for the payment notifies the designated approver that he or she has an outstanding EFT Manager payment approval request. Once the approver clicks the Approve button, the user requesting approval will then be notified by email to return to the EFT request and generate the EFT file. Generating an EFT file is as simple as clicking the button. Behind the scenes, EFT Manager references both the EFT bank template and each vendor's specific bank account details to create a file to the exact specifications of the financial institution. Once EFT Manager generates the file, a hyperlink to the newly created file may be clicked. Clicking the link downloads the file, which can then be reviewed using an appropriate application. Once reviewed, a user may upload the file using the financial institution's secure method, which is often a bank portal or a secure FTP site. Next, click the EFT Request Detail link, which reveals the vendor's detail for the payment. This screen includes a Post-Payment button, which populates the regular Intacct Select to Pay process with the vendor and bill details of this EFT request. Users will be familiar with these screens and the completion of the payment posting process. Clicking Continue and Save invokes the final steps, processes the payment, and refreshes the payment status for the EFT request to posted. In addition, the list view of EFT requests updates the status of the entire request to payment posted. These details remain as a permanent record of the transaction and also appear in basic EFT Manager reports. This concludes the solution presentation of BTerrell EFT Manager. For more information, please contact bterrell at info@bterrell.com. Thank you.